Okay guys, today we're going to be recording the Alfa Romeo. We're going to be doing spark plugs on it today. It's got 60,000 miles on it, so it is that time to do spark plugs. And I'll show you guys how to do it from the tools you need, and hopefully it's not that difficult, okay? Because some people, this is also for the Giulia and the Stelvio. Some people have the brace over. This one actually don't have the brace, so I'll show you everything. And all right, let's get into it. We're going to start off with, well, let's remove the cover. Let's remove this. Just pull out straight up. That's it. Press it to the side. Then we're going to remove these. They just pull right down and lift this up. It's just 4 tabs. Just be careful not to break it. That's all. They pull right up. Careful, because sometimes these little rubber grommets could come off. So just make sure you have it on there, because they do pull up. This one's already starting to crack already. Make sure all of them is on there. Sometimes it gets stuck here and right there. Put this to the side. So some people have the brace that goes here, which I think is a Stelvio, and these have these clamps on there, which are one-time use clamps. Some people just already switched it already. Since we have the factory clamps on there, we're just going to leave those alone. We're just going to lift it up out of the way, because this does move, but you have to be careful because there is a wire in the back here that sometimes wraps around the intake, like right here. Pull this off of it, gently lift up, make sure nothing else is attached, which I think it is attached on the back. All right, once you get all of those off, we're gonna take these tabs off. We're gonna just, it's literally 4, 2 on each side. Take that one, push in, squeeze it, and just pull. That's it. You don't have to put crazy force. There are plastics, so just be careful. Push in, squeeze the tab, and just pull. Real easy. So this one, that's it. And now we have access to lift this whole thing up. Make sure there's nothing attached in the back. As you can see, there's one attached, and that's it. It's off. So what I do is I get a piece of wood and just put it right in the back, just to hold it up in place. Right there. Just like that. Now you have so much room. You could even access your oil filter now. You can see your spark plugs. You have 1, 2, 3. They all have their tabs here. Just be careful. They just pull up slightly. That's it. That's it. Be nice and gentle with it, because, yeah, you don't want to lose those yellow tabs. As you pull the yellow tabs up slightly, you just push down and pull up. That's it. That's literally it. That's it. Just be careful. I try not to use flathead because it will break off. Now let's go over on the other side. Do the same thing. Just pull these tabs off. once you remove all the connectors on the coil, you're gonna wanna grab a 5mm Allen and loosen all 6 of them, 3 on each side for each coil. You just grab your Allen. I luckily have the little quarter ratchet with it, and you just break it loose. And don't over tighten them at all, because you definitely don't want to strip these. Another thing, keep in mind, do not lose these bolts at all or drop them. Yes, please do not drop them. For the love of God, do not drop these. You're not going to see them because there's too much covers underneath. All right. These are pretty long bolts, I'm not going to lie. I didn't expect them to be this long. All right, once you remove all 6 bolts, you're just going to want to pop each coil out, but just be careful with them. I usually like to, the way I take them out is the way I put them right back, so I put it back in order. And that's that side. They look good. I mean, it's only got roughly 59,722 miles, so it's not bad. I just don't know if they even replaced it the first 30,000 miles, so might as well start doing it now. Okay, once you remove oil coils, you can see the spark plug. Do one at a time. You do not want anything to drop in that spark plug hole at all. I'm gonna start with this side, since this side is a little bit more tricky. All right, so now that we got our socket on there, we're just gonna loosen it up now. Probably need an extension. Make this faster. I ain't got time for it. Okay, let's pull it out. And yeah, she could definitely be replaced, all right? Just remember, guys, do not drop anything in the open hole there. And please use the right spark plug socket. Ran into the issue of using the wrong spark plug socket. You have to use a 14 millimeter 12 point, okay, with a thin wall, because there is a little bit of a flare that goes inwards. So you can't use anything else but this. So not even a regular 14 millimeter would fit in there. Little comparison of the old versus the new one. Same part number. If you guys want the part number, I'll leave a link down below. But literally, they're the same. You don't have to buy this from the dealership and spend a whole bunch of money just for spark plugs that were made by the same brand, NGK. So let's load it up. And by the way, I was told by an Alfa Romeo tech not to put any seeds on these because they actually will bind up. It will actually melt. So don't put no any seeds. I was told by the tech not to put any seeds on it. So I'm gonna listen to him, and we're just gonna tighten these down. They're actually supposed to be torqued to 20 newton meters or 14 foot-pounds. Except I forgot my own. So we're gonna tighten it with my hand torque because Eli forgot his torque wrench. Beep. Good. Oh. All right. Now for the tough side. We'll do the tough side now. Since that one's gonna be a little bit of pain, I'd rather just do the hard side now. I'm gonna switch extensions here. Oh, we can snake in here. So now we're doing the easy side, which should be a piece of cake because it's just straightforward. But yeah, just make sure you guys grommets is still on because these tend to come out from on that side, and this is where the hose was on these tabs. So that's it. But it's pretty easy. It's not nothing difficult to work on to do spark plugs yourself. It is a tight engine though. I will say that. And last one. And final spark plug. I mean, if I had to rate this 1 out of 10, well, I work on cars, so I don't know. I mean, it's not like a BMW where you have the inline six with right there on top, but it's still not a bad job. I've had worse. I'm not gonna lie. So I'd rate it a 6 out of 10, only because you literally have to use a specific spark plug socket. You can't just use any regular socket on it. With that, I give it a 6, only because yeah, you have to get a real specific socket for it, or it's not gonna be. You're gonna have to put everything back and just call it a day. I literally had to go to Arch just to get this socket, because the one I thought I had, yeah, 6.1 won't work. You need the 12.14 millimeter 3/8 socket. This was the spark plug one, so worked out pretty good. Now it's just to put the coils back in, and we had them in order, so just go right back where they need to be. And now we just clip them back in. Make sure they're tight on there. Oops. Oh no, my sticker came off. And now put back each bolts. Do not drop it. I can't stress how many times to not drop this, because it'll be a bad day to drop that. That's gonna go straight into the engine bay. And you're not gonna know where the hell it went because there's so much down there. I wouldn't even want to get into it. And now we just tighten them up. And that'll be that. This one could have used a little bit more of my hand. And that's it. All of them's plugged in, coils in, all of them are tightened. Just get a nice little wiggle, make sure everything's tight. That's good. And now we can drop down the intake. Okay, now that we are done with the spark plugs and everything's tightened up, all the clips are in, we can now lower the intake. We just drop this down and we can route the hose one time. That way we know that this is not going to be getting rubbed on anywhere. This is going to be a little bit hard to find. You just got to feel it. Yep, that's one. This thing just wants to sit down already. Let's see the other one. This one's right here, so that just gets clipped right there. And now we just push down. It goes right on there, just like that. And it's on there. And now we just plug each one of them in. That's in. That's that. And now we just put this in. I sprayed a little bit of silicone spray on them because it makes the job easier. Just put them in. That way it's nice and easy. Just line this up here. Move these out the way. And now that that's in, we can put our little rubber piece on. Came off on this side. Definitely gotta make sure it catches on the bottom because you definitely don't want that to come off. And that's it. All right, once everything is on, snugged on, make sure everything's clipped in. Give it one last check. Make sure nothing's completely off. Please make sure these are on. And now we can fire it up and see what we did before we put the cover back on, because you don't want to put the cover back on. Then have to take something off just in case you miss something. Let's fire up. And that's it, job done. Now we can put the cover back on. There's no check engine light. Yeah. Final touch. Make sure your rubber is on there. Definitely don't want that to be on there on the engine itself. Just got it. There's a bunch of pins right here. There's one right in the middle. Once you got that one, you'll be okay. Just to push it on, and that's it. And that's it, guys, make sure to comment down below, smash the like button, hit notification bell, and I'll see you on the next Do It Yourself build.